Generative AI or Gen AI is the new evolution in the artificial intelligence. Almost every companies are working progressively in the Gen AI. But the question is, what is generative AI and how it is different than traditional artificial intelligence that we know till date? And how generative AI will change the complete AI world? Well, in simple terms, let's take an example. Let's take an example of a robot. So we train a robot with a lot of images and text using AI and machine learning algorithms. Now what will happen? After a while, the robot start recognizing the different images and text. So AI and machine learning is the training process with lot of data. Now consider the case, what if this robot start generating the new images which no one has trained this robot before? Well, this is because of generative AI. That's why the Gen AI has the word generative, because using Gen AI, machines start generating the new stuffs which no one has seen before. So AI ML are mostly about recognizing and understanding the things that already exist, while generative AI is a type of AI that can create the new things like, these images, music, text, videos. So it's like a robot that can imagine and make new stuffs. But the question is, how Gen AI models generate the new things? Well, it uses the pre-trained models or fine-tuning them on a very small set of examples. So basically normal traditional AI, we are using the very huge data sets. But in case of generative AI, we have to use a very small set of examples only to train it. So the basic difference between the traditional artificial intelligence and the generative AI is normal AI focus on making predictions and decisions based on the existing data. But the Gen AI focus on creating new data that resembles the existing data. Basically, you are using the existing data and trying to create the new data from it. Similarly, the traditional AI, it trained on existing data to recognize the pattern and relationship, while the Gen AI trained on existing data to learn new pattern and relationship. Similarly, the normal traditional AI goal is to classify, regress, and forecast the outcome, while the Gen AI focus on generating the new data that look like a real data only. So some of the examples of traditional AI is like, these image classification, speech recognition, chatbot, and all this. But Gen AI mostly use in image generation, music compositions, and the text generation. Nowadays, almost every companies are using the generative AI. In fact, right now, if you do the Google search, you can see in the top, there is written feature snippet and search lab /AR AI overview. Well, it generates the summary of a long form content that is because of generative AI only. So Google is right now using the generative AI heavily in all their projects in a beta testing phase. Not just in Google search, but also if you go for the Google map, where generative AI generates the street view images and predict the traffic pattern also. Also in ChatGPT, you already seen the ChatGPT uses the Gen AI to give you all the answers. Along with that, in YouTube also, it generates the video summary and also it recommends the videos using the Gen AI only. So companies are spending billions of dollars in Gen AI research. In fact, recently McKinsey research indicates that Gen AI applications stand to add a 4.4 trillion to the global economy in the coming years. So from this, you can imagine how much IT industries are in demand for the Gen AI technology. But one bitter truth is, as the generative AI will grow, it is going to take a lot of jobs in the market. Like, these content creation jobs, like content writer jobs, graphics designers, artists. So Gen AI can generate the music track and also it can generate the video clips easily. In fact, many of the multimedia content it can generate in a minutes. So their job might lose in the upcoming years. Similarly, this customer support service job will be taken by the AI. Like, these customer service representative roles will be taken. And as it move on, it will go to the marketing and advertising jobs also. So that is also not secured in the future. But these are the level 1 jobs that will end because of the Gen AI. But that's not all. Then the number comes to the level 2 jobs like us, the software developers, the programmers, the UI UX designers. In fact, it will gradually capture the research work also. And this list is endless. But this is not the complete story. It takes job, then along with that, it also generates the job. So many engineers who works on data science and AI will be hired. And these engineers will be developed such AI models which facilitates all these tasks for the companies.